Hello and welcome to your BTV news update for the week of October 19th. We are here to keep you updated on the constantly changing situation regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2020 United States presidential election. As always, I'm Ryan Oates, your news director, and in this episode, we will be discussing the new COVID restrictions on Binghamton University's campus, as well as the shocking developments in the race to the White House. Let's begin with updates from our COVID correspondent, Kaylin Dougal.
For the first few weeks of this semester, we were doing pretty well with case numbers. The positivity rates were low, and we were well below the 100 case threshold needed to go fully online for 2 weeks. However, in the past week, the case numbers increased significantly, prompting President Stenger on October 7th to send around an email saying that due to the increase in COVID cases in the university and in Broome County, the university would be going fully online for 2 weeks. That means a few things. Dining halls will be takeout only, seating will not be available, the East Gym will be closed, all in-person extracurricular activities and non-essential student activities will be suspended, and in-person activity with athletics teams will be halted. In addition, OCCT buses will move to a weekend schedule. All that said, the campus and residence halls will remain open, and all core operations will continue. Interestingly, the decision to go fully online was made before we hit the 100 case threshold. We were at 97 cases when the email came out. In terms of the raw numbers themselves, on October 9th, the end of the last 2-week period, there was one positive case out of 140, giving a 0.7% positivity rate, which isn't bad. Since the start of surveillance testing on September 2nd, 5,365 tests have been conducted and 46 came back positive, giving a 0.86% positivity rate, so not quite as good. For the 2-week period of September 26th to October 9th, there were 113 total positive cases, so a bit above the threshold, with 26 from surveillance, 69 from Decker Health Services, and 18 from self-reported tests. So, a large portion of the positive tests came from Decker Health Services. But let's take a note of the 18 self-reported tests. That shows that students themselves are taking responsibility to be a part of the collective action problem. In that regard, well done, Binghamton. Broome County remains in phase 4 of reopening, and as of October 12th, had 2,485 cases with 86 deaths and 1,687 recovered. It should be noted that these numbers are constantly changing, so by the time of publishing, these numbers will be different. On October 1st, Campus News sent out an email regarding how to prepare for isolation in case you test positive. One thing the email highlighted was simply to plan ahead, such as to have snacks ready and to keep up with laundry. The university helps students with isolation in a variety of ways, like providing a care kit to students, which includes things such as a thermometer, acetaminophen, hand sanitizer, a water bottle, household cleanser, and much more. Also, the university and Broome County Health Department check in on isolated students regularly. In addition, the university provides delivery of meals that students pay for out of their meal plans. Once the isolation period is over, students don't have to be tested again, but must be officially released by their county health department official or notified by the university health director that they are clear to return to their regular housing. ResLife sent an email on October 8th regarding the Binghamton pause, which stated that students who return home during the 2 weeks due to the university being fully online will not be permitted to return to residence halls for the remainder of the semester. Refunds will not be given, but students planning to return for spring 2021 do not need to vacate their dorms. For students that have returned home prior to the email, the university is asking that you contact ResLife to discuss options. Some of us haven't been quite as careful as we should be. We have to remember to keep things in perspective here. This semester isn't what any of us hoped or wanted it to be. We all want to go out to parties and large gatherings right now. I myself am of the same sentiment. But keep in mind that we're here, on campus, able to see our friends and maybe have some in-person classes. That's way better than where we were just a few months ago. We also have to remember that many universities and colleges that reopened didn't make it this far or didn't reopen at all. The point is this: we've made it about 7 weeks, and we should be proud of that. But don't lose sight of that now. Be safe, and we will have 3 months on campus. Even once this 2-week pause is over, there's no guarantee that we won't get another one, or have campus stay open for the rest of the semester. Is that what you all want? I'll leave you all to think on that question. This has been Kalen Dougal for BTV 6 News, providing you with your COVID update. Back to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Kaylin. Now, let us check in with Allison Sannel, our political commentator, here to keep you informed for the 2020 presidential election. Take it away.
As of Monday, October 12th, Joe Biden is still ahead of Donald Trump in the national polls. According to 538, Biden has 10.4 points on Trump. In comparison, on October 12, 2016, Clinton was only leading Trump by 6.3 points. The presidential debate that was originally set to happen on October 15th is now canceled because President Trump refused to have a virtual debate, a call that was made after he was diagnosed with COVID-19 shortly after the last debate. The next debate is still on at the date of the recording, October 12th. It will be on October 22nd from 9 to 10:30 p.m. You can watch the debates on every major news network, including ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, and C-SPAN. The vice presidential debate happened on October 7th. While generally agreed to be a lot more cohesive than the last presidential debate, it was still very disjointed. A lot of questions were dodged by both candidates. Some key moments of the debate included when Harris refused to deny allegations that Biden would pack the Supreme Court if Amy Coney Barrett was appointed, Pence's promise that a vaccine would be ready and available by the end of the year, which may or may not be accurate, and, of course, the fly. Donald Trump was diagnosed with COVID just over a week ago on October 1st. At the time of this filming, October 12th, Trump has declared himself immune to COVID and not currently contagious. However, neither him nor his doctors have disclosed when or if he has had a recent negative COVID test. Reports have been confirmed that 23 people close to Trump and 3 Republican senators have tested positive for COVID-19 in the days around the president's diagnosis. The Barrett confirmation hearings are underway. It is clear that there's a very hard party divide in the Senate. Senate Democrats are still very upset at the nomination, as President Obama's Supreme Court nominee in 2016 was blocked for a record 293 days. The nomination expired on January 3rd of 2017. This controversy hangs over the Senate right now. As of the recording of this, it's only day 1 of hearings. We will keep an eye on any developing stories as the confirmation hearings continue in the coming week. As of February 2020, 37.59% of Broome County voters are registered Democrats, 33.97% are registered Republicans, 20.73% are unaffiliated, and 7.7% are registered to other parties. About 89% of those voters are active voters. The voter population in Broome County accounts for about 70% of Broome's population. In the last presidential election, Donald Trump won the Broome County popular vote by only about 1,400 votes. Just a reminder that every vote matters in the upcoming election. This has been Allison Sannel, keeping you in the know for the 2020 presidential election. Back to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Allison. And with that, we conclude this week's news update for October 19th. However, we will have a special conversation with the 3 of us, which you can find in the next video, where we go more in depth on our personal takes on these topics that we have discussed today. Have a great week, and we will see you in the next episode.